All right, so guys, both of you are wanted from other jurisdictions. Both of you are asking me to set bonds on your cases. I don't know anything about you, but I have to get to know you within the next 15 minutes to see who you are, whether you're a danger to my community, and most importantly, whether you're actually going to go back if we set you a bond. I don't know. Let me find out about you and we'll see whether we're going to set you a bond or not. Okay, so Mr. Hunter.
Yes, sir.
You were wanted out of 2 different jurisdictions. Tell me about it, please.
He's wanted out of the state of Tennessee, Your Honor. The first case is a computer offense between $60,000 and $250,000. The warrant was issued December of 2023. The other charge out of Tennessee, Your Honor, is a financial exploitation of the elderly or a vulnerable person. I don't have bond issue for that, but it was also issued December 2023. He's got a local case for theft between $150,000 and $300,000 out of the 337th with a $100,000 bond. The next setting is March 11th of this year.
And I see that this is another elderly case as well, huh?
Yes, sir.
What other prior history does he have?
His criminal history, Your Honor, consists of mostly misdemeanors, 3 DWIs out of Orange and Jefferson, and an obstruction and a theft, misdemeanor theft.
Okay. I don't know, you've got a lot of baggage and you've not made bond on the felony case, so.
And there's a North Carolina hold as well, Judge.
Oh, he's wanted out of.
Yes, sir. And that is for obtaining property under false pretenses and
hopscotch with the states, man.
elderly.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Good.
Sorry, my friend, but.
Can I speak, Judge?
No, don't. See, you've got a lawyer. I'll let you talk to.
Whoa, not gonna happen. Sorry, my friend. That was cold. Judge Fleischer just shut that down quick. And here's the thing. When you've got warrants from Tennessee, North Carolina, and a local theft case involving an elderly victim, you're not exactly a good candidate for a bond. The judge is looking at this guy and seeing a pattern. Let's be real. If you're wanted in 3 different states, what's stopping you from running? Exactly. Nothing.
The lawyer, the problem is that anything you say, they can use it against you. So it's just, here's not the forum to fight the case. The only thing I got to understand, you got to realize is that you're wanted out of multiple states, multiple jurisdictions. And so it scares me to give you a bond because are you going to actually go back? So that's one. Okay. And who's the other gentleman that we have?
Jonathan Hernandez, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me about Mr. Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor, is wanted out of Orange County, California for the charge of oral copulation of a person, sexual battery, and attempted sexual battery. He's on a $50,000 bond. That warrant was issued in January of this year. He has no active cases here locally. And I don't believe he's got criminal history.
What is it, states? What's your position?
Your Honor, I'm opposed to the bond due to the nature of the offenses there in California. They're of a sexual nature. I just don't know that Mr. Hernandez is a good candidate for a bond at this time.
Do you know if there's anything that carries a life sentence?
I don't believe it carries a life sentence.
Chablis?
Yes, Judge. From my understanding, my client does not know anything about these charges. I brought this to his attention on yesterday. He would like an opportunity. He does not have any local cases. He would like an opportunity to go to California and set a bond or turn himself in, as opposed to waiting the 14 days. He's ready to get on with his life. He's asking if the court would consider setting him a bond.
Did you have anything else you want to add?
There was, I misspoke earlier, Your Honor, there was a misdemeanor DWI, but it was dismissed.
Right, I saw that. How old are these cases over there? Do we know? Were they 2Bs? Did he have knowledge that these were open and he took flight? Mr. Hernandez, I want you to understand one thing. If I do set you a bond, it needs to be sufficiently high that you take us seriously and that you're actually going to go back. I don't know yet if I'm going to set you, but if I do, it's going to be substantial, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 digits, so that you understand. And if I set you a bond and you make that bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself into the jurisdiction that you're wanted from. I'm going to tell you now, I don't play games. So if you make bond and you take off, then I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I will set your bond at 0, and it's not going to happen again. once I do get you, this time I will hold you until California comes and gets you. Do you understand?
I have no knowledge that he was aware of the charge, Your Honor.
Do you know when were they filed? Amy, when were the charges filed? Was it recent?
I only have the issue date of the warrant, Your Honor, which
Yeah,
was
when was that?
January 1st. I'm sorry, January 3rd of this year.
The bond set in California is 50?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If you want, has he already waived?
Yes, Judge, he waived on yesterday. In the event that you didn't show up today, I just didn't want him to sit there and not have any time
Right.
counting.
So I'll cut it in half, Shibli. I'll cut it at 25. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
You need to understand also one more thing is that I'll set your bond at 25,000. Okay. If you want to make that bond, you have to withdraw your formal waiver. Once you withdraw that waiver, you lose all the credit that you've built up as far as the 14 days for the demanding jurisdiction to come get you. So what I can do is I can put you in back, let you speak to your lawyer to see if that's something that you want to do. If you need time, we can also do that as well. I mean, nothing has to happen fast. But once you withdraw that waiver, you lose all that credit. So I'd hate for you to do that if you're unable to make the bond. So what we can do, I'll put you in back, give your contact information for your family to Shibli. She can reach out to them to see if that's something that you guys can do. I don't want you to just withdraw it without knowing and then you lose all that credit. That sucks, you know? All right. Okay. So I'll put him back, Shibli. Just give us a ring and then you guys let me know what you guys want to do.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Please.
I think it's just to enter in the waiver. I think you've already ruled while I was.
I was set the bond at, I was going to set a bond at 25,000 on Hernandez. Okay.
That was after all the evidence was given to the court. So I didn't want to.
All I know is that there was an oral copulation,
Oh, that's different than the. Wait.
You're thinking about Mr. Hunter.
I'm not, yeah, Hunter I denied.
Oh, on Hernandez.
Wait. Did he just mix up the cases? Oh boy. We've got Hunter and Hernandez, and the judge just confused which one he denied bond on. This is where things get messy. But honestly, can you blame him? 2 defendants, multiple jurisdictions, and a ton of paperwork. The takeaway here? Even judges are human, but they still hold all the power.
Hernandez,
Okay, sorry, I thought we were approaching it. Okay.
I guess I assumed that you were approaching on Hernandez.
And I am now, Judge. Yes, he's one out of California for oral copulation of a person, sexual battery, and attempted sexual battery. State would be opposed.
Typically, you're unopposed when there's a bond that's set in a demanding jurisdiction. Here, it's set at 50,000.
Typically, I do, but just with the nature of the offenses, obviously, I'd want to hear more about him being able to secure his return back to California because of the distance and the egregiousness of the offenses, his ability to secure the bail there and make the bail here. I'd want to know a little bit more about his flight risk and his ability to return.
The other thing I base it on was that it wasn't a new case. It's a new case, meaning that the warrants were literally issued just a couple days ago. So it's not like it's been languishing like in the other case since 2023, you know?
Yes, that is true. These are 2Bs, these aren't FTAs. And ultimately if I heard more, and it probably wouldn't persuade me to get to a point to agree to a bond, but not a low bond. I said,
This is not a low bond.
and so, but part of that is, again, being able to hear more about the defendant having the ability to self-surrender and successfully make it back to California, whether by way of someone driving him there or if he has the funds, because making the $50,000 bond there and whatever the court puts in here, obviously that's a big consideration.
You want me to wait, essentially?
Well, I didn't know if counsel had anything already on hand.
Can you shed any light?
I called him in the back and he's indicated that his family is able to do so, which is why I requested the release of the waiver with regards to the him taking back the waiver that he signed on yesterday. He's saying that he can come back within 14 days. He's made full aware of that and that his family is able to come up with the funds.
Did they, second. You didn't get anything from the demanding jurisdiction, right?
No, that's all.
Okay. There's a DWI that was dismissed.
You want me to bring them both back out so I can admonish them both?
Please, Judge.
And then I'll
Bring them both back out, do you mind? So Dave, on Hunter, he wanted to be rolled to tomorrow to see if he could reapproach to try to,
the $25,000 bond.
no, the other one where I denied.
You denied on.
I denied on Hunter.
I thought you said it was 25.
So Hernandez, Hunter is.
Oh, I conflated the two cases.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm good. I am unopposed to both of those. Rolling it over for the no bond and if.
No. I'm saying, but I mean, what sense is there in rolling it when,
Oh, I thought that was.
yeah, I mean, if you want me to, Chablis, I will, or we
No,
can't.
Judge, I would prefer
But-
that you talk to him today. What he was trying to tell you was that about the lawyer and that he already had that secured. And I explained to him that I don't believe that would make a difference because of the pending case in North Carolina as well as Tennessee. If you could admonish him and tell him that, then we may not
Sure.
have to come back tomorrow.
Understand that don't matter whether you come back tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks, you have a lot of baggage. You've got this, you now have an open theft from an elderly of 150 to 300,000. You've got the same two cases in Tennessee. You also have a hold out of North Carolina. I'm not going to set you a bond. It's just way too much baggage. And you scare me, quite frankly, Don't say anything. It doesn't require. I get it that you have a lawyer over there. But the deal is this, is that if you truly do have a lawyer there and you're able to, somehow your lawyer is able to work where they release the holds over there, like you're able to post bond in North Carolina, that would release the hold here.
I didn't know about the case in North Carolina until just now. I didn't know anything about it.
Well,
So that came this morning, Judge. When I was talking with the state earlier, they said, FYI, that there's a pending hold in North Carolina. So when I spoke with Mr. Hunter on yesterday, neither one of us was aware of the North Carolina case.
and that's okay, but we're letting you know now that there's a lot there going on. And so if you have a lawyer and your lawyer is able to work Tennessee as such that they can release the holds, then that would release the holds here and you're able to post bond on your case here and then you're out. But I don't feel comfortable giving you a bond knowing that you're wanted out of two different jurisdictions. What you're wanted for in one of those jurisdictions is the exact same case that you just picked up 3 days ago here.
It's the same people.
Well, I don't know.
It is.
I know that.
I have the documents.
I'm not here to litigate your case. I'm only here to give you a heads up that I don't feel comfortable giving you a bond. That's it. The more baggage you come here with, the higher, it's not going to happen. So wanted to bring you out to let you know whether you come back tomorrow, whether you come back next week, the answer is just not going to change. My primary concern is the protection of my community. And
So here's where we land. Hunter, no bond. Way too much baggage, way too many jurisdictions, and honestly, the judge is scared to let him out. Hernandez, he gets a bond, but it's cut in half to $25,000, and he's on a very short leash. 2 weeks to get to California, or it's game over. And here's a pro tip for anyone watching. When a judge says, "I don't play games," believe them. Fleischer is dead serious about the 2-week deadline, and he will revoke that bond in a heartbeat.
going to do it at all cost. That's it. Now, Mr. Hernandez, you got to understand, I set your bond, I've cut it in half from the other case, but you have to understand that you are an inherent flight risk. So before I sign your waiver withdrawal, you need to understand that on fugitive cases, you're not going to get the 10% where you're going to have to pay $2,500 and you're going to get out. It's a fugitive case, so you are a flight risk. So you probably will have to pony up most, if not all, of the bond to be able to make bond in this case. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to get back to California once you get out? Okay, you have someone you can't get on a plane, try to get on a plane, it's probably not going to go well. So you're going to secure some other kind of transport to get back to California. Yeah, sure. But understand that we only give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to do that. If we call in 2 weeks and nothing has happened, you've not turned yourself in, or you've not posted that $50,000 bond, I'm going to revoke this, set it at 0. All that money's gone, and you're going to be in here again, and I won't do this again. Do you understand? Okay. Day, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I'm just drafting the reset for the defendant to sign. I got the withdrawal waiver from counsel, which I just printed out. Did you want defendant to come back out for admonishment for the signature?
No. That's why I'm letting him know now. That way we can take care of everything at one time. Shabli, is there anything that you wanted to add?
I just want Mr. Hernandez to know, so I've already signed the motion to withdraw the waiver of formal extradition. So that means that if your family doesn't make the bond for another 5 days, then you've essentially lost the 7 days. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He withdrew 7 days ago?
No, I'm saying if he sits there for 5 days and he
I
signed it
see.
on
Got it.
yesterday.
Right. So because you are going to withdraw this waiver, if you're not able to make that bond, you're going to have to waive again. And then you're going to be sitting for another 14 for California to come get you. You understand this? Okay. All right.
It's going to be reset to February 13th for Hernandez.
Do you need me to
Thank you. Sorry, one's for the court, one's for the.
That's where you're sitting right here.
This is to judge. Yes, thank you.
Oh, here it is. Sorry. I thought I signed it. All right, guys. I wish you the best of luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Why don't you ever show up to court? If you show up to court, good things happen. We can give you whatever you need. You want a cell phone, tablet, food to eat, a place to stay? We can get all these services to you if you show up. You're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with theft. You're also charged with criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 7 days in jail, credit for the 7 days that you've done on the theft case. You need to understand that this now makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your sixth theft case that will now end up in a conviction. You need to understand a third is usually they will file a felony on you. And I don't know why it's happened, but at some point you're going to get you're going to get a prosecutor that hits you with a felony, and then you're looking at years instead of days. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot change this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of theft? Come back. If you pick up a criminal case, come to court. We will help you. All right. Good luck, sir. I'll find you guilty, sentence you the agreement. Thank you, sir. All right. If it's enhanced, it'll be abandoned.
Excuse y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Kimmy. Mr. Kimmy, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your natural born life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. It will stay like this for the rest of your life. You sure you want to do this?
Yes.
All right. How do you plead to the offense of assault? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Garza. Yep.
Earlier this month, because he had a BVR, Coach Andrew said, because he was adamant that no drinking or anything, so they did a urine test. And on the 16th, when he took the urine test, he came back negative. So he was set for bond forfeiture. Today he's here. We're just hoping that the court, since he tested negative, that we can reset and go on our merry way.
So he tested positive for on December 31st, New Year's Eve, right?
That's my understanding.
And then when did he take the urine test?
The 16th, sir.
Okay, that's 2 weeks later. Of course, he's going to be negative 2 weeks later.
We
Herman,
brought it in as soon as we got the
where
BVR.
is it? Can you bring him up?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a Spanish speaker.
That's okay. Bring him up.
But I can't see no problems. Do you mind if I translate?
Please.
And he came with his employer as well, because he has like two different, it was, I don't know if you remember.
No.
Okay, no worries. Maybe I was. Because he has an interlock, he's a commercial, he drives for a company that does a lot of catering and stuff as well. And she is a very active employer that it would not allow anyone to drive with any alcohol in their system.
You know,
And
or you should know,
they have
every single thing that you put in your body.
It's like a bonga.
I don't care what your excuse is. If I ever find that you have a positive result again, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? Absolutely no tolerance in.
And there it is. I don't give a rat's behind what his excuses are. That's vintage Fleischer right there. This guy tested positive for alcohol on New Year's Eve, then tested clean 2 weeks later, and the judge saw right through it. The lesson here is simple. When you're on probation, they don't care about your excuses. They care about results. And if you keep messing up, you're going to jail. Period. That's the harsh reality of the system, and Judge Fleischer just delivered it with zero sugarcoating.
This case, Mr. Ramos, do you understand?
He's saying he understands, Judge, while you're talking.
Okay. I don't give a rat's behind what his excuse is next time, Herman.
That's about it.
He tests positive, I'm locking you up. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right.